the drip.
Okay, it's fine. It's finished.
Just like
That's one
Don't
way.
worry about it. Put it behind you. It's finished.
And what a stressful
Okay.
week it's been. It is another edition of Before You Weekend. Welcome. Thank you for landing on the page. Before we continue, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. I can't wait till we do this live. We're here with regular friends, Calvin and Ellen. How you guys doing?
What's up?
What's
Good,
poppin'?
man.
I'm good. How
You look chilled. You look
I'm
like you had a
actually-
break.
Oh, no. You know what? Like, doing this part of my week is actually very, like, I get to chill and just have chats.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to do that a lot in my day-to-day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, between, Monday and Thursday. And then over the weekend, I'm doing whatever it is. And in that, there's a bit of, like, downtime.
Yeah.
But, like, in the week, it gets very hectic.
Yeah.
So this, I look forward to because, like, I can just...
Like this
I even
where
said
we
that the
breathe.
last time before we started. I'm like, yo, I
Yeah.
really need this.
Yeah.
Just, like, chill and have chats.
Yeah. You were here with Zukono last week. How was that?
It was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it.
She really enjoyed you. Well, okay, that came out wrong.
No, English.
She really enjoyed
having
coming.
I mean, it's
conversation.
fine. You know,
That too. I mean,
that's also okay.
Let's start off with your best friend, Pharrell. Tell us
oh
about his
my
fashion
guy, yeah. Shout out to Pharrell. He did his first Louis Vuitton fashion show after being put in as creative director.
Mm.
From taking over essentially from Virgil Abloh. You know,
Okay, can I interrupt you before?
Yeah,
Because I know
most
there's a lot you want to say about this. Okay, for those guys who don't know,
Like-
he loves fashion. This is his thing. If you could give him $1 million, he will start a fashion line. Watch.
not a fashion line. I'll take over fashion. I'll take over like SA Fashion Week.
See? So, these jackets and clothes that these models wear,
Yeah.
where are you going to see them again? Because I don't get it. Why do we do fashion shows for people who aren't going to wear the clothes again?
No, we are actually.
Where?
We are. Because there's two parts to a fashion show. There's the art part of it. Fashion is also an art. It's a form of art. It's a medium. You're right. So there's the art part of it that you'll see the crazy, eccentric stuff. But then there is the wearable stuff. And more than 60% of that is wearable, right?
Did you see any clothes you're going to wear
More than 100%, bro.
from that show?
Yes, because there's the sweatpants and jean guy. Then there's that, right? So, and it's okay, literally, it's okay if you you just do regular GQ stuff. Even GQs, like it's proper, it's clean. It's fine if you do that. But then there's high fashion. That's high fashion.
Okay, but my question, maybe I should restructure the
Yeah.
question. So, are these clothes going to be in the stores?
In the Louis Vuitton store.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
For
yes.
people to actually buy.
Yes. So at least half of those items will be in the store. Half will be online purchase.
Okay.
So you can buy it on the store online. Physical, half of them.
Ellen, you see a man dressed like those models we saw. Are
Come
you
on
going
now.
on a date?
Come on now.
I have a certain
Listen.
type of man, I've got a very certain type that I go for.
GQ. Sports Illustrated.
Asa, that's what she did.
No, I've been like, you people keep up with me, okay? Just keep up with me. I've moved on. I've been redeemed. I no longer subscribe to that channel anymore. I've been saved. Thank God. I'm now playing, with the other boys.
Which ones are those ones?
Because
Nia. Fuck Nia. No ways. Now I'm there. I took your advice. I'm there with the Basotho, I'm nicely
The peaceful
playing.
boys.
The peaceful boys.
Yeah.
The cute
Are you
ones.
smiling? Look at
Oh
you.
my.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
nice.
That's good.
so you're not going to date not would you date someone, but if that's the first impression you got of someone dressed like the models we saw on that, I don't know if you've seen any of the photos, but if you saw someone coming to you first date dressed like those models, are you going to be like, oh, that's cool, I like your style?
It depends. There's quite a few of them that I really liked. But there's stuff that you just like. It's high fashion. It's nice to look at, in the magazines, nice to watch on TV and whatever. But it's not practical for me. It doesn't make sense. I don't see myself in those spaces because you can't be a person that dresses in that way and then goes to, like Rocco Mamas,
Yeah, you're not going.
You're not-
we're
you're
not
not-
going to Rocco Mamas.
we're not going to Rocco
At
Mamas,
least you're going to cream entry level cream.
Wait, would you wear any of that stuff? and go out.
Yes, TK, you know me. Yes, I would.
And I'm not trying to shade the brand. I'm just I'm just trying to think.
Nah, that
how does this
and
look?
I get the conversation and the question a lot because I'm constantly posting or resharing this content, and people are like, "Yo, you would wear that?" And I'm like, "Yes," but that's because my style and what I'm into is different from like the norm. It's why even Ricky was like such a big topic where fashion was concerned, because he was on the other side, as I would say. He was like high fashion daily. He's got a very crazy line where he's like, your night wear is my day wear. What you wear at night, what you say is like, this is my fit. He wears that during the day when he's going to do errands. Right? Because what he wears at night is different. You know, so that's just what it is. It's just like, it's a fashion conversation, and you get people that have a certain type of style and are into certain parts of the fashion conversation. Then you get people that just wear whatever everybody else is wearing because they just don't have an eye for it. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg has zero fashion sense, so he does the t-shirt and jeans because that's it. That's all he knows, you know? But he's worth over $1 billion, so it works.
Do you think rugby players turn off the channel every time they see men modeling because they go, this is body shaming? We never get chosen for this stuff. We chubby and have big shoulders for nothing. I've never seen big guys there. Like, I wonder why.
On
any of these fashion runway shows,
they don't fit into the clothes, bro.
What?
It's all like sample size or something like that. You can't just...
Yeah. So,
wait,
they standard fits that they'll do. So you'll see it's very tricky for like very tricky, but also very impressive if a fashion line on a runway can do different sizes. Because that means all
that's
those
what would
tailored.
make sense to me. And this is why I'm saying this, because... sorry to cut you off.
No problem.
And maybe I'm inaccurate in how I say this, but I think people like looking at a certain body type, and this is regardless of gender. Like, even men have a certain kind of woman they like looking at, and women have a certain kind of man they like looking at.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I hear women like looking at bigger men.
I get you.
So like when you look at the men that are chosen, I'm wondering, who's this for? It has
less to do with the, and it's actually very hectic that I'm going to say this, so like I need to also be politically correct a little bit. It has less to do with the body type and more to do with the clothes, like for you to see the clothes and the cuts, so the fitting.
Okay.
But at the same time, yes, the industry kind of did have a lot to do with body shaming because they only promoted skinny women. Hence why, like, decades later, we're in a different chapter where you'll see different figures on the runway, etc. But the original reason for the types was to showcase the clothing, not necessarily the body type. But then the industry kind of takes a life of its own sometimes, and then emphasize on the wrong place. So then it started emphasizing on the body instead of the clothes. So that's how that kind of happened.
Damn. So you'll never see like your boyfriend and on these runway shows because he's got a belly.
He does not have a belly. He does not have a belly. Okay, guys, I can't let's wait like at least a month before I reveal. So now the more you saying stuff, the more I'm,
the more you want to say.
The more I want to say.
Reveal what? Are you in
which
a relationship?
One? Hold on, man.
Ooh, hectic. Okay, let's reel all the way back.
It's a Formula One race.
And got you.
You get me, right?
Lewis first.
Every single day.
There's somebody that's first, there's somebody that's second.
Yeah.
Then the hairpin bend comes. Then we like want to see on the other side.
Whoever's, pole position, it just depends. So, yeah, back to like the whole runway thing. That's not what I'm looking for when I'm watching that. I'm not looking for, oh my gosh, he's cute, he's hot, he's fine. That's not what we're looking at. You're looking at the clothing because there's no distraction, right? Yeah. And I know, I'm not saying that hips and curves are a distraction, even though they are a good one. But for that, because you're looking at the clothing, I, as a woman who doesn't know much about fashion, that's the last thing I'm looking for. I'm not looking for my usual rugby type.
So casting directors are going, I need models top ugly. So we can focus on the clothes.
Essentially, that plays less of a conversation. But also for image-wise, it actually then comes into play. Like that's why I say like now it's a different like conversation where at times they'll pick people because of faces and because they have interesting aspects on their faces too. And now less on the are you skinny, are you not. The only thing that still kind of holds weight now is still height. I can't necessarily explain for what reason that is, but height still plays a big role in runway. But figure and facial has changed. Those boxes they've broken extremely, you know. But at the same time, at the show, Pharrell brought out Jay-Z to do a whole performance, a whole full set. I don't know if you saw
Is
that.
this live? Is this on YouTube?
Yeah. He
That
brought out
was-
Jay-Z. Yeah. So after the runway aspect, then Jay comes out and does a whole full set.
Did he
And they
perform?
start off with their songs, like the songs they
Oh,
have
okay,
together.
smart.
Yeah,
Smart,
yeah.
very smart.
And you know, then Jay's like, yo, shout out to Pharrell, and then he goes into this whole set.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, like, if you had like a unlimited budget, like, and you're doing a show, who would you bring out?
In a fashion show.
I mean, show, right? Like that's this is my, like, who would you bring out?
Dave Chappelle has to be on the list. When it comes to music, though,
Music. I know you love Dave Chappelle. This guy and Dave Chappelle.
I like thinkers.
There's
Problematic thinkers are amazing.
he said Dave Chappelle's the best comedian because he's a thinker. Not because he tells funny jokes.
I like people make you go, wait a minute, hold on, say that again. What? What about transgender? Okay.
Oh.
This is a good concept.
Okay, so yeah, music-wise, who do you bring out? You have an unlimited budget. You can bring out whoever. Because I mean, like Jay-Z's probably expensive, right? Like, because he doesn't even do music like that. Because I was looking at that video content, I'm like, this guy's a multi-billion, he's on 2, but multi-billionaire, and he's coming out to perform as if it actually makes a difference.
Strategy.
Okay, so I know you're going to have me for this, and I'm not being biased, but hear me out. Production matters.
Okay.
With that being said, Janelle Monáe will know how to hold it down. All of Janelle Monáe's stage performances, there's
You just
thought
want to see
behind-
Bernal.
No,
Janae.
it's not.
Just
I
say
know.
you just want to
listen.
see her. Just say you just want to meet her. Just say that, TK.
I just want to sit.
He even went
With
like
her
so
for a little
technical. Production.
Just guys-
See, we gotta. No, just say, look, I'd love to meet you.
Production. She's good. Like, she delivers. Yes, there's Beyonce. Cool. But I don't want to hear about formation and single ladies. I want to hear about yoga and the thing about let the vagina have a
was
mother.
was that?
There we go.
What?
Because that's exactly why you want, I mean, we all want Chanel for those very reasons.
Guys, men can have pure intentions and just want to see good production. Why do I want to see
Don't
ass?
lie to somebody. Don't lie to
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
else.
that was Gab.
Right.
That
you
was
can't.
Gab.
Like,
What's yours?
I definitely go for Jay-Z as well.
Oh, heck.
I definitely would. I saw somebody had or was in the opinion that Kanye would have been a better option, and I don't think so. I think the way
They're not wrong
they're not wrong. They aren't
because
wrong.
all the elements lead up to Kanye, right?
Yes.
The only thing is you don't know what Kanye is gonna do. That's the
You
only
don't.
thing. You
Yeah.
have no control of that. And I mean, Jay-Z is just gonna give you a clean show because he's PC.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
politically correct.
And also I think it's now who's in the room. So I just don't think, like you said, Kanye is not predictable. You don't know what's going to happen. So now it's of the people you have in your room, and having Jay-Z in your room. He didn't need to perform. He doesn't need the money or anything. It was more of like a strategic move on where a black nation has come. That kind of thing. Now we're talking about like money and billions, in a room and like just great people in their own rights.
Yeah.
Right. So you get
I get you.
Pharrell, who's
I
in
get you.
that space. So yeah, I think I would have stuck with him.
It keeps it high value without
Yeah.
any risk of
Yeah.
that dropping.
Yeah.
Because I love my man's Ye, but that man's unpredictable.
So then who would you choose?
Ye.
Still.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Kanye would
So
do
you
it for
basically
me.
want to go, I just want to see what's going to happen.
Because a Kanye production, like you were saying, if you give him that space. I mean, this wasn't really that. It wasn't that. So not necessarily talking about the show, because they just literally kind of put a setup within the middle of what they had already. But one thing I really do, like, I'm so mad that I missed all of Kanye's shows in SA. I really want to see a Kanye production live.
Okay, let's
Like
look
I
at what's
do.
happening.
Yeah, I'd
Yes.
appreciate that. Just say, yay, awire mo. Fast.
Who would you choose locally?
Locally, that's a good question. To be honest,
Dead or
and
alive?
if we're going.
It has to be alive because you're gonna go for the easy choice if you choose.
Look,
choose Dead.
I've got an unlimited budget, and that's for them. That's for the show that they're gonna put together.
Mhm.
I would go, AKA and Anati. Yes, that's how I would go,
Yeah.
because there's a tour that we will never get to see. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
We'll never get to see that, and that project there, some of the hardest hip hop we've heard out of this
Yeah.
country in terms of like sonically. And you can just imagine the visuals if you're a visual person.
Yeah.
You can just imagine what that looks like. Now we go concert and show. Oh my gosh. Right? So for me, it's that. I mean, like, I've watched Mega a couple of times, and look, performance-wise, that's hectic. And I love Ricky. You know, I love Ricky. But there's a thing that Mega does. So I'll say Mega.
Who are you going for locally? And please don't say Leon Schuster, please.
I just don't like you much today. Okay, I'll just let it be known.
'Cause you know he's gonna
I
do a
don't
racist
like
joke.
you at all today.
I find he doesn't count. I know it's close. I
Oh
know he's
my
fly.
flip,
I
man,
know he's
guys.
hot. I know it.
People. Are there any other closer people that I can like defend?
Wait, can I
No.
quickly cut you off here?
Yes.
I find he is. I'm thinking about the Squatter Cam guy. What's his name? There's a guy who is always the weirdest rapper in every single song. We're all having fun at a party, and he says the stupidest stuff.
Don't come for squatter camp for you.
No, I love Squatter.
Yeah.
But have you heard? When's the last time you heard the clap song?
Okay.
I played it
okay.
last weekend.
Last
Okay,
week.
it's been
There's
long.
a verse.
It's been long.
Everyone's okay. You got to imagine.
Infinite?
I forgot his name.
Okay.
He's the short, tiny
the
one.
short
The
tiny
short guy, yeah.
The short tiny one. Infinite. I think it's Infinite.
Because you got to imagine clap song happy. We're all happy dancing in the club. Or whatever. Move your body like a snake, bitch. Bounce. Bounce.
That's my favorite
Bounce on my
part. That is my
What's going
favorite
on?
part.
I feel like, well, but
I love it.
but I think the room would probably sing along to that.
Yeah.
So he could.
Definitely.
Smiling.
No.
Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Move your body like a snake, bitch.
That is
Well,
my
I think
favorite part.
I think the room is singing along
Nah. It's like DMX's Touch It. We're all having fun
on the Touch It remix, right?
DMX
Yeah.
says, I want to remove your teeth to make sure the
No,
police
no.
can't identify you.
I heard that
What are we
verse
doing?
recently. It's too hard. Like he just went like left,
Yeah.
like yo, I'm angry and I haven't been on a verse in a long time, and I'm like, and I love DMX. I was excited, but I was like, my man's angry. Who made my man's angry?
But don't you think like people become that way? Like for me, I get a little bit nervous when there's a mic in front because I'm always going to go like left field. So don't you think that that's just who they are? It's not like he just decided to be weird on one song. That's probably
DMX?
Well, I
Like,
think
I
all
kind
of
of
them,
get what you're
right?
saying. But I mean, so this is my issue.
No, but wait, but like we're talking artists here, and your verse is thought out.
Yeah.
They gave you a brief of the
Yeah.
song. They gave you you heard Slicker's verse before, you heard Buster's verse before, then you chose left.
So I'm gonna
Because
kill
it comes,
people.
it's you that comes out. It's
But to
your
a,
essence,
but to a
right?
point, think about every time Eminem gets featured. It sounds
That's
angry.
facts.
There's a personality comes.
Yeah.
You know me like this. I'm gonna deliver this. I'm gonna have punchlines, but you're gonna it's
gonna
gonna
know.
feel like I'm aiming at someone.
Yeah.
That's
He's
true.
always done that.
Okay, that's true.
And then he says, "Your song's now mine."
Yeah, he takes over the song. Yeah. Ish. Okay, I get it. It's such an interesting chat, I guess, in terms of like those verses that just kind of like, what's the story behind the verse that went left?
Yeah. Why were you angry? Speaking about anger, there's a porn star that is surfacing Twitter. Her name is Mariah Moles.
Yes.
She's really pretty. When I saw her photo, I was like, damn, you shouldn't be in porn. But anyway,
I don't know about this. Talk. Let
I'm
me
laughing actually.
So-
like,
hang yourself.
so she had sex with an NBA player. And according to her, there's sex tapes.
No,
and
so
everything.
I just need to give context,
Yeah.
right? This guy, I'm trying to find his name real
Zion
quick.
Williamson.
Zion Williamson, yes. Zion Williamson got into a pocket where he was like, are we seeing another LeBron James? That's what this was, the narrative. And then he goes into a pocket where he's getting injuries back to back. And obviously for morale purposes, like that's not really helping. And
He said,
also
"I need to
the
pick me up.
that's where I'm going. It's almost like he needed to pick me up and he chose the wrong one. So yeah.
I'm gonna jump on what you said. That's a nice way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have sex. She falls pregnant.
Okay.
She goes, you know what? Oh, Zion didn't want the kid. He thought this can be like resolved quickly.
Over money as well.
Mariah takes it to Twitter.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, the last tweet that came out, I think it was yesterday or the day before. She
Oh,
said, trade him from this team or else I'm putting stuff out. She tagged NBA. NBA, I have sex tapes with
Oh
this man.
wow. Oh wow.
Oh heck.
That's the last thing that I saw yesterday. So she's basically threatening revenge porn, which won't work because she'll eventually get sued.
I was about to
Yeah.
say that is illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can imagine if you're part of an establishment like the NBA,
Yeah.
of course your mind goes, I'm getting paid X millions a year, and there's a porn star threatening to put everything out, which is quite scary. I don't know, have you guys ever been in a moment where
No,
you
we've never
realized,
been. We've
no,
never
not-
recorded
Wait, what?
porn. We've never recorded any sex content.
Have you ever realized that you picked the wrong person in the situation? Even whether it's a moment of heat or in this long relationship,
Oh,
you
the
realize, oh
relationship.
snap, this might be the wrong person you're dealing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
have.
I see.
This might
Yeah.
be
Yeah, I have. Which is crazy.
How bad did it
actually.
go?
It was bad, and funny enough, like you were there on the day where I realized that.
Okay.
We went to our company had an end year dinner function, whatever the case. The dinner that we had, it was very closed. A few individuals, but while I was in the dinner interacting at the table and stuff, she was calling me back to back on my phone, like back to back. So I'm texting like, "Yo, I'm in the
Yeah.
situation. I will call you after." And she was aware that I was in the situation because I told her before, just based on the conversation that we had before that, to be like, "I'm going into this one." But she was texting back to back to the whole time. My phone was buzzing, the whole time. And I remember you were even like, "Yo, don't you want to get that?" I'm like, "I'll handle it
Yeah.
after." But eventually no, I don't get up. I pick up the phone and I'm like, "Yo, I know you want to talk about ABC, but I'm just in the situation
Yeah.
right now. I'm with people, and you know I'm hosting essentially because it's my company."
Yeah.
So she goes, "But I want to whatever," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna talk to you after." So I hang up, and she continues, but then she blows my phone with texts, and she's cussing,
Oh, yeah.
and my notifications are popping at the top of my phone, so I'm just like seeing cuss words going like this. So I get up, and at that point when I got up, because I went to go tell her like, "Yo, you just crossed the line," I realized like this was
Yeah.
the wrong. And in fact, sorry, I'm gonna fast forward. Same person, right? Fast forward. We're in a plane, 2 hours flight, Cape Town to Joburg. I'm sitting next to her. We're having the conversation. She's crying the whole time.
Why are you having this conversation on the
That's-
plane?
She's not giving him a chance.
I never
like, for
told
everyone
you
else.
this, actually. I never told you this. And that's because I was dealing with it and I tried to move past it. But coming back from Cape Town after the New Year's Eve situation, we flew back together because the other people were flying in the other flight. She was alone on this flight. I'm changing my flights. We're all together. I change it to that flight to be like, okay, let me not let you fly
Yeah.
alone type of situation. It ends up going left. That's what I knew.
Okay.
Those two situations,
Damn.
I was like, this here,
But you got
Yeah.
a nice messy. I think in moments I had messy situations, and I was also there's moments where I was the messy person. But then you realize at the end,
shout out
everything.
for admitting that.
Oh yeah, you have,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
welcome
Shout
to
out.
being 30. Over
Yeah,
30.
yeah. The third floor.
So apart from my stupidity, you realize how everything backfires on you and changes reputation for such a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I hated that. But I want to know like what happened with you.
So in yours, because of the situation you got into, it was like you regretted coming out of that situation type of thing.
Yes. Well,
Like-
first entering
Entering
entertaining
that.
situation.
Oh, okay, got you. Yes.
And then
yes.
only then you realize, oh snap, okay, this person is pissed
Yeah.
because you promised heaven. They want the heaven.
Yeah, where's the heaven? Now you're coming with
Here
hell.
you are
With hell.
with your substandard
Yeah.
mid-earth.
With earthly vibes.
What's funny?
You come with earthly vibes.
What happened with you?
As you're talking, I'm just realizing I cannot divulge like what had happened. But more recently was last week. Remember how irritated I
Last
was?
week?
Last week? No, hold on, guys. Why am I always the one that has to like explain myself?
You're too grown, Ellen, for last week. Last week.
No, it's just what had happened was. What had happened was I entered like a dating phase, right?
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to date a little bit.
Mm,
We will not say how many people,
that's fine.
but we were dating.
You didn't even need to say this.
No, you actually, I didn't need to say that. Yeah.
But I told you last week, it was a hefty number that I started on.
yeah.
And this person and I hadn't yet gone on a date. I was still trying the whole cool kids thing of talking stage, right?
Very important stage, just by the way,
Oh,
kids.
yeah,
But
It's
Okay,
and I only
continue.
realized that now because I didn't get it before. I was like, no, a guy steps to you, he says, "Hey, I like you. I'd like to get to know you. Can we go on a date?"
mm,
Like you have a date before any talking stage kind of thing, right? That was my thinking. And so anyway, we talking with this guy. And he would send me a message. I mean, yes, I work from home, but he would message me all day, like on the hour, every hour. And if you don't respond, he would call.
not that
And then
one.
he's like, "Why aren't you responding to me? Why are you ignoring me? I thought you liked me." I was like, hold
Whoa.
on a darn minute.
Slow.
When did we get anywhere? I was
Promise me
like,
forever.
like, for real, this person in his head, we are a thing. We're an item. We're a relationship. And, you know, I was like, no, boy. Like, we haven't even gone on. No,
Sure.
we're not yet there. But on the hour, every hour. And I was like, it was about 12 o'clock, sometime about just last week, Tuesday, around about 12, midnight. I was like, hey, sorry, I
Midnight.
think midnight, because now it was just, he wouldn't let up. I was like, okay, look, I think I might have misled you somehow, somewhere. Maybe you were viewing my statuses and you think that you and I, you know, you've got a chance with this woman, and yeah, it's not
Sorry,
gonna work
where
out.
did the statuses come in? Give everybody context. What?
WhatsApp statuses. Okay, so now, like, you know, like I go a bit off on WhatsApp, like, right? And then people assume that by the statuses, I am down for whatever, you know?
Got you.
I'll pick like a random picture and then put, you know, a caption underneath there that makes you, you know, think. But that's
Yeah,
just the way
you
I
confuse
am.
the enemy.
I'm confusing people,
love
and
it.
we're not there. So it was like at 12 a.m., 12 p.m. last week,
So
Tuesday.
he's probably watching this episode. Do you want to tell him something directly?
No, I already told him what he needs to know.
Yeah,
Like,
she's telling us. She told him.
I told him.
It's over.
And then I blocked him. I don't
Yeah.
block anybody. Like everybody that
No,
has
but
ever
that's
been in my
wild
life, I
behavior.
never block.
The back to back. I say that
Bad,
like
man.
in any equation, even in like normal texting, friendship, business, or whatever. When I get like a back to back text, like frantic texting,
Yeah.
as I would say. So there's a hey, how you doing? Hope you good. I wanted to talk about that thing last week. I forgot to mention something at the end. Please remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's
Yeah.
texting like that, and then you're done. You
Yeah.
said what you want to say, you're done, because that's just how it works in your head. Then there's the, yo, how you doing? This, are you okay? You good? Is this that? Are you not replying? Why are you not replying? Whatever. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Then I pick up the phone and I call you. Then I say, my friend, this is not a public phone, this. It's not an internet cafe, this one. You do not...
We're not
Because
sitting at
it's
an
not.
internet cafe.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an internet cafe. Exactly.
Man.
No, I loathe that.
No,
I
I can't.
hate it so
No,
much.
but even you, when you text, you say, yo, bruh.
No.
I've told this guy for 2
why-
years.
Look, I say, yo, hope you're well. Then I say my say. Then I leave you.
You wait for a response.
because I'm also thinking.
Just throw
This
it
is
out.
how the person,
I can handle
when
it.
he's reading
Okay.
it, this is how he's hearing it, right? That's when you text, you're like, yo, how you doing? Blah. And
Yeah.
then now you leave it, right?
Okay, so what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to say yo the next day. And then you're going to see why. Just throw the message out.
Don't be that guy. Okay, sharp. TK.
You have
Okay, sharp,
problems.
TK.
I was
What?
fine. I was fine. Like until 2 years ago when you said, do not send a voice note longer than 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's a call.
And that messed me up. Like, because I will talk. That's the reason for a
glad
voice
you
note.
helped
Okay.
I'm glad
It
you helped
messed
her.
me up. I hated it.
No,
Now I
not
can't
3
anymore.
minutes. No.
There's no way you need
If
to
I'm
speak.
recording and I go past 2 minutes, I check myself. I literally delete this thing and I call you. No, because
But no, don't call me. I don't want to. No. I'd rather listen to a voice note than to, hey, how's it? And then there's, that dead air. No.
no,
Send a
there's no
voice
dead
note.
air. It's just, yo, how you doing? Okay, cool. Listen, I just wanted to say, regarding that thing, now that here's my voice note. And
Yeah.
then you can say, okay, no, we should go left. Okay, cool. Thought so. Thank you. Bye. Less than 5 minutes. We have our solution. We're moving.
So then maybe that's the question. Voice notes, long voice notes, or just call me.
Yeah. Is it call or long? So you don't want calls at all.
I can stand a call from I think 3 people at the most.
At most.
From my daughter, from my sister, and from the significant other. Everybody else don't call me ever.
Like send you a 10-minute voice note.
I'd rather listen to that.
No.
Wow.
I would rather listen to that.
Mixtape.
I can't stand calls
I
anymore.
got that from Michael. And
Yeah.
then he said, sorry for the voice note.
Oh, yeah. He still sends.
He'll talk. Like,
But
But you ask questions that aren't a sort of like a 1 minute, 30-second kind of thing. You will ask a question that needs me to go into depth with this answer.
so then treat it like an email. Give me a headline so I know if I want to know more or not.
hashtag chat GPT. Trust me, it'll help you.
This is how I feel about meetings. A meeting should never be over 30 minutes. If a meeting has to be an hour, you came unprepared. Get to the point. Let's not waste each other's time.
Yeah, you've said that.
Oh,
Okay,
that
so
frustrates
my thing is I'll do a call. Calls are, my calls, if I'm having chats on calls, it's 30 minutes max.
Mm.
But if we're gonna discuss something that's over 30 minutes, it's got to be in a meeting setting. But even then, I've broken down to online meeting versus physical. My biggest thing, I think your call thing, mine is meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't just come out for physical meetings because I'm there's just so much admin to that
You could just,
for us to
Yeah.
come out
Set up a
and for you to
meeting
tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most of the time it's
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
Yep.
For you to tell me something you could have called me and would have spent 5 minutes on. Because I've done so many meetings, I know what's 5 minutes and what's an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm if we're going to do a meeting, which is going to be in hours, because we're breaking down something we're going to actively do.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
you
end
want
up
to
with, let's see what we can do, sir.
I've got an idea I want to run past you. Can we meet? No, we
Let's
can
get the-
call. And then you tell me your chat,
Yeah.
which will probably be 15, 20 minutes.
Mm.
And then I tell you if it's a left or right. And if we're going to implement, then we go into online. Then from online, we go to meeting. So that's my thing with the calling. I call. I pick up the phone. I just dial.
How long is your call though?
Oh, he talks.
Let's say to a
Hey.
significant other. I'm not talking business. Just it's now either it's TK, it's probably gonna be business / personal, but
TK, my chat with TK average 45 to an hour.
He talks. Yo,
Yeah.
he's the only guy I got
we can
Space
hear the
for-
energy
Yes.
seeping out of you as the call progresses.
No.
You can actually hear
No, I know,
that this
how,
person is leaving.
and that's the thing.
room.
I know him so well, so
Yeah.
it's I know when I've ran out.
Yeah.
Not I've ran out, but it's I know he's about to deplete.
He's about
So,
about to leave now.
So as long as we're engaging and interacting, and he's giving me his side, I know I still have him.
Yeah.
When he just goes, yeah, I know I've lost him, and now I need to wrap up, and then it's okay, cool, let's action.
Shame, bad.
Okay, we're done with me. Okay, cool. Let's take it home.
Sorry. I need to bring this up because apparently this is I only caught this chat today, right? The whole Titanic submarine,
Oh yeah.
Titan submarine thing.
Yeah.
I only picked it up.
You know how many
today.
red flags are to that thing? So
Yeah.
internet took me down the rabbit hole when I went to go research this thing. He had an employee, the guy who owns the thing, Ocean Gate. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Ocean Gate owns the.
That
So
submarine.
sorry, just for context. Basically, there's a guy or company named Ocean Gate. They basically have a Titan submarine, and this submarine takes you to go view
The
the
Titanic.
ruins of the Titanic
Yeah.
or the actual Titanic that's in the bottom of the ocean. So now, currently, as it stands, it is what, stuck at the bottom of the
it's
ocean?
underwater. There's 5 people, and they have
A couple of hours to
a
live.
couple hours left.
No, a couple of
oxygen.
hours of oxygen life. Let's say it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Very wild. Very wild. Red flags, yes.
So this is what they said. One of his employees said a long time ago, there's a few things that need to be fixed that aren't right, and he fired him. It became a whole
Oh,
court case.
hectic.
2, the way you control
Is
this
that the
specific-
Scottish guy that I read?
They didn't show his face on the article, or they didn't mention.
Because
his
there's
name.
another guy, Scottish guy. He
He's
said,
an expert in the submarine space.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
he
He
said
said,
he'll
oh
never
no,
enter
yeah.
the-
So you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's the expert in submarines.
Yeah.
He said it's not ready
Yeah. It's
not
to
safe.
go
Yeah.
there. It's not safe. Like to go there that low and be there for that long. And they sued him as
Oh,
well.
they sued him as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read about him. I just didn't see that part. What else did they say? They said the way you control the submarine. You know the Xbox controller?
Yeah.
That's how you control it.
Yes. Xbox controller.
There's like 4 of those controllers.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
like-
now external
Yes.
control.
Because no,
inside.
The guy
Within the-
inside
okay.
is controlling it with the Xbox controller. Because I'm sure his brilliant mind just said, "How do I save space so
Yeah.
that I have enough people in the room? I don't want to have a control panel here because it's gonna take up space for a seat. Let me control it on an Xbox controller."
So maybe we should credit him for the innovation. Maybe it is smart to a degree. There's just no graphs or screens where you can see, okay, are there any warning signs? I think it was
Yeah.
kind of
Now we're in the
He-
poop here.
Yeah, he missed
Yeah.
it because you thought you were Steve Jobs, right? Let's take away all the buttons. Let's just
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, my brother, you need to see what's happening outside. You need to see oxygens. You need to see.
Yeah.
You need the red light when something is wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Yo.
The other thing was there was a red flag in the article. They said that specific submarine, whatever that thing is called, is made of 3 materials. They say it's always advised to only use one material when you go down that low, because they don't know how the other materials respond to that pressure underwater.
Yes, makes sense.
So now it's
Because
like,
it's a whole different part of the earth, like completely. Like you've got like your normal. There's a picture that I even saw. Like it gives you like the different layers and what's in those different parts of the ocean. Like that's a whole nother level. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, how are we even saving them when that particular item took so long to even make?
we can't even find them. They haven't even found them yet.
Yes.
Hmm.
Right? So that's what I'm just like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how do you, because we're trying to save you from a place where we don't even go.
Yeah.
Okay, but now with that being said, I asked this before when we used to do this on Instagram Live. I want to ask this again.
Yeah.
You have all the money in the world. Are you exploring space or the bottom of the earth?
I remember that, chat.
I'm still going to the bottom of the earth. Why are you in the sky?
Yeah, I think, I don't know what I said when you did that.
Last time you said you were going to space.
Nah.
Changing your mind?
Yeah. No. I think, and then here's my reasoning. You can come up back to the waters. I coming back in.
Anything
It's
can
a
happen.
problem.
Yeah.
Like, look, if the probabilities of saving those people does exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you go into space and you kind of like out of, I don't know if you're gone, bro. Like the probabilities, like for every second it drops drastically. Because I think also in space, just from what I've seen, what I know, or what we've seen, or what we know, you look like you're moving slow, but you're moving. You're moving quite a bit.
And time is like a different thing. It's not the way
It's
it
not,
operates.
yeah, right? So, yeah, I think bottom of the
Good.
ocean. Yeah, I think we'll go bottom of the ocean.
I don't like to mess with God like that. At
That's
all.
the other thing, right?
Like I think
You don't
there's
think God
certain
wants you
things.
to be
No,
curious?
No. I think
God
there's
wants you to
certain
be
things that
curious.
God just doesn't
Nope.
want us to. I don't think He doesn't want us to find out or figure out. I think. What is the reason? He's sort of like saying, okay, fine. Then you're going to get to the bottom of the ocean. You're going to see totally different types of snakes and whatever. And then what?
what?
When
Then what?
Matthew
I've
and
seen
your
it.
wife Karen.
Here's also
Why?
my thing. It's like, He gave us whatever.
Yeah.
If He wanted us, you and I would be breathing differently.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Our bodies would be functioning
Functioning
completely different if that was part of our purpose. But you're doing something else now.
You're given a time, right? Live here. Do what you need to get done here. Don't mess this one up. So now we're messing it up, and then now we're trying to go to other planets on some Eastern. We messed up here, Arufai, and then we go to that other place, you know. And who says we're not going to mess it up? Because you know how we be, though.
You guys sound like blacks.
No. But
Just keep everything here.
Who was in that submarine?
Oh,
White
yeah.
billionaires. Oh, there was a Pakistan billionaire guy
Yeah. Do you know how much it costs for one seat? Wild.
on the thing.
$250,000 for one seat. Crazy.
We've got black billionaires. We are not messing with all of that. We just don't need. We've got a certain type of understanding. Like God doesn't want us.
Our
to
curiosity is different.
be there. Our
eh?
curiosity is different.
It's that thing we were talking about the last time. Our curiosity is different. Like we're curious about, hey, what are you guys doing? How are you guys making money that side? Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you guys living like that? Other people's curiosities are like, what's happening in the Amazon? How does the Amazon keep growing? No, we're not curious about
It's growing. Let it grow.
It's growing, let it grow.
So I know we've got 10 minutes left, but one, like to your point, if you think about Africans' curiosity versus Westerners' curiosity, it's always interesting because Africans' curiosity is always wired to fix something. Or like the doctor who found a way to replace the ear.
Oh, got you.
Or the heart transplant. When
Yes.
it was like, okay,
Yes.
we think about how do you find solutions that remedy a
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
And then you got people going, you know what? If I can make a size 10 shoe, I can probably make a size 22. What? No one asked for that. No one's asking you to do, like, you got these white people doing weird sex things. Why are you hanging on the ceiling?
My gosh.
Put your back on the floor.
Niggas are too curious. Like, no. Yeah, that's incorrect curiosity. But yeah, that thing is so wild, actually. I think it's even crazy that you paid so much to go get stuck.
To go and look at ruins.
That must suck.
Because you're not thinking that, oh, we could get stuck, right? You have faith in this thing, right? So we're good. But now you are paying to go and look at ruins. And then you go and then you come back. And then what? Like for me, it's the end goal. What after that? Just for the experience that we did that?
Yeah. I mean, I could care less about seeing the Titanic, but I want to see what other animals there are down there.
Yeah.
And then what?
To go, guys, there's more you don't need this stuff.
No.
That other big shark is down there. I'm very sure.
I want to see that stuff.
What is it called again? The Mag?
I haven't seen
We don't even know how to protect ourselves. You people were freaking out at a 5-point what?
Yeah.
Here.
Yes.
And now you want to go to places where...
No. They were freaking out in Egypt when there was a shark in Egypt operating and killing some guy and whatever the case is. The sensory of that.
In its
now
own
you want to
territory.
go there. You want to go.
You want to go to its homeland.
Nah. Yo.
Behave, people. Behave. Seriously.
That was weird how they said we're going to kill the shark because it took one of ours. It's not what are we do? What are we, gangs now?
No, I mean you definitely gotta, unfortunately.
I don't think
you
so.
gotta take it out.
You killing a shark in its habitat. You're in
I
territory that's not yours.
I get that, which you are not wrong. You're not wrong, but at the same time, there are people there now. Like there are people there. There are people.
It's gonna come back.
And I'm saying this, and I don't have context of if he swam out of a certain boundary or whatever the case is. We have no context of that. But if it's in a place that it's established, so then now we've got to regulate the fact that we've got 1,000 people that come here every day or whatever.
Sure.
Unfortunately, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I know what you mean. Like it's like if that happens in like a Kruger National Park, then they kill the lion. The context is the lion this time. Then they kill the lion, and I'm like, but you guys built chalets in the Kruger National Park where these things are living.
Who said you must walk to this?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'll never go to Kruger National Park. Just by the way, guys.
You haven't been there?
Ever?
I've never been, and I will not go.
Sun International, please send this man.
No. Look, unless you tell me different from what I understand, right? I know you've been there.
Yeah. Wait, what do you think happens there? This is
yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, is the establishment not built within the national park? Like, and there's no fencing around.
There's houses
so there's no separation between me and the animal, between me and the lion.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like you open the door and there's a lion.
What are you doing outside?
Question: is there separation between me and the lion?
To a degree.
Which degree?
First of all, lions won't go to houses.
No. You see, won't go versus there is a separation are two different
There's
things.
no boundary lines,
so
man.
you are trusting that the lion won't come.
Is that your only reason?
You're in its place, my brother.
Dude.
If you're in my yard, I'm coming at some stage.
No, that's not what happens.
What? They've been told not
And
to
the
go.
way they built the houses.
They told the lions not to go, and the lions are listening.
But then, what's that place in Durban where everybody goes? Like now it's
Except me. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
where the other people goes. Where's that hotel place thingy?
Not Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Aren't there monkeys there?
Gang.
Exactly.
I
But then,
But exactly. No.
you see,
You've built in our territory, and then you want us tell us to stay out. We ain't
Stay
staying
out.
out for guess what? We're coming in. I'm coming in.
So
Have your
that's
breakfast.
your only
I'll
concern.
I'll never go. Like where people go for like lion walks and stuff like that. I won't.
So, someone
I
out
won't.
there, please take him on a
There's
date.
no one
A
out
weekend
there.
long
There
date
is
to
no
the
one
Kruger National
out
Park.
there that can convince me to go to the Kruger National Park and sleep for one night, unless you're finna pay me, my brother.
You're not
Safari
serious about this
tour.
relationship with him. If
I've
you're
been
not
on a
taking him.
safari, and
Yeah.
I asked the safari guy, "Are there any predators
the
that
chances?
eat meat out there?" And he said no. I said, "Great, let's go. Fantastic, let's go have fun."
but then that means you weren't looking then for most of the big five. You were just
Yeah, I went on a safari.
It was just
I didn't go search for big
trees.
In South Africa, you only go for the big
and
five.
giraffes and animals and rhinos and hippos and birds, eagles.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But where there's
it's
lions and
true.
cheetahs and bears.
For some reason, I'm okay with being indoors. In my head, I can call somebody. I can call a ranger, somebody that's going to come and help me, right? I freak out when a bird flies into the house. I'm leaving
Exactly.
until somebody comes and deals with this situation because it's just here.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Like-
A bird.
Now imagine you're sleeping and you're hearing a lion walking outside your house, your
Growling.
chalet, your room.
I know.
Nah, I'm
I
fine.
don't know why.
I'm
you put
fine,
that
thank
idea in your
you.
head. That's not
Thank
what
you
happens.
very much.
Okay, let's speed through this because we actually
Yeah,
have to
let's close it.
hit these headlines quick. Ukraine says South Africa knows nothing about solving crisis. Oh, Ukraine
Yeah.
says Africa knows nothing about solving crisis.
Yes.
After sending Cyril
Yes.
for peace.
Look, do I disagree? Absolutely not.
You know what's funny?
We're 16 years in load shedding. I do not disagree.
You know what's funny in the story because you look at the video of him coming out and shaking hands. The backstory is that his security detail was told to go home, and he stayed there.
Oh.
Now I'm confused because I want to understand how protocol works. If you're the president and they say leave your security goes home, you should be bold enough to go. I came to help you. If they have to go home, I'm going home. You guys can die. Russia, do your thing. Like, why would
Whose
you do that?
security detail was told to go home?
Cyril's. He
Go
was there,
home.
one man. Security details had to stay. They couldn't travel with him, and that's why I'm confused. Like, I don't want to speak ill of our South African president as much as we don't like him. It's that it should be common sense to go. If they can't come with me
Yeah,
to protect me,
but
I'm
it's not.
going home.
Yeah, it's not the first time like we get conversations like this. Like, there's some stuff like in Zuma's time that he did that was very bold and wild, and people were just like, "Yo, it's very disrespectful that." And he's just like, "No, but I'm also a president. I'm a president of South Africa, and because like remembering that those countries don't view Africans with any position of superiority or anything like that."
Last week's
Yeah.
conversation.
Right? So he was just like, nah, I think I don't remember the details of the incident. There was an incident that happened where he even left because of a conversation similar to your security detail must go home. What do you mean? Then he left. He was like, oh, what must happen? Because if you came to my country and I said that, you wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So how does this work?
You know what makes me happy with the story though? When I went into TikTok, I don't know why the rabbit hole took me there, but I saw the Europeans talking about the same story, and they're like, "Look at this! Europeans are treating African leaders like that, and when our leaders come to your land, you guys give them red carpets."
Yep.
I was made me so happy to see a European talk about that. Like, so you see the issue,
Yep.
so you know it's there.
We do.
That's
You might as well have the president serving them tea personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
terrible.
that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay, any last things before we close? We got to wrap up. We got like a minute.
Yeah. Tencent came up with the new paying system. I saw this yesterday or today, I think.
Who's Tencent?
Oh, interesting.
Do I know
Yeah,
Tencent?
I'm looking at you funny, my brother.
Do you know
Looking-
Tencent?
No, I don't.
Oh, Tencent is the company that created WeChat.
Oh, okay. I don't know their name, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They created a new paying system. It's called Palm Payment.
I saw the video. Okay.
Yeah. You pay with your palm. So it's
Yo.
essentially using the same technology as like biometric,
Yeah.
finger, face, palm. But now, in a sense, they connect that I guess how your banking app works, how you're able to open your banking app or approve for your app to pay with your face.
I'm waiting for the Christians.
666. I'm thinking.
That's
I'm
what
just like 666 is here.
That's
It
all I'm
is
waiting for.
here.
Guys, look closely. As
It is
as his
here.
palm touches the table,
It
he has
is
sold
here.
soul to the devil.
Because we actually looking for an actual mark. Like we like as long as we stay away from the
Yeah.
mark, we're fine. But it is here in our daily lives. I'm telling you, guys.
Yeah, so
we're not
they,
safe.
they doing their thing. You know, technology's at a different level right now. But yo, I'm like, AI is your friend. AI is your friend.
Don't you think? Okay, yeah, last thing. We're done, guys. Sorry. Before you go back to your boss, hold on. Don't you think sometimes for us who are Christians or believers, we sometimes take it too far? Like we flow in the pathetic.
I hear
Like
you.
we've got to fight. There's always some dark,
I
sinister
hear you.
thing behind. Like it can't just be cool to go. That's cool. Let's move on. We've
Yeah,
acknowledged
like,
it.
yo, palm
Next
payment.
chapter.
Yo, that's really dope. Bye.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
everyone's gonna
I
go
hear you.
crazy, and then over the next week, we're gonna
Yeah.
see people go, watch this closely.
Yeah, watch this
Let's
closely.
take this back. And they'll do the same with like Christian celebrities. They did that with Lecrae, Kirk,
Yeah.
name it,
Yeah.
they've done it.
Yeah.
And it's like we it's too much, guys. Relax.
Nah, it is. But yeah, I get what you're saying. We do take it too far sometimes. Hey man, enjoy what you can and move how you feel safe to do. You know? That's it. Yeah, we good?
We're good. Ellen,
Yeah.
All good.
Shout out, Ellen. Thank you very much for joining us
Thank you,
again.
man.
We
Thank
appreciate you.
take us home, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. It is Before Your Weekend, where we talk about the week before it ends. Stay safe, guys. We are still in winter, of course. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Keep warm. Keep healthy. Eat your oranges. Eat your vitamins. And if you're gonna go out on a budget. Okay. All right. Shout out. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned. Thank you very much. One
Next
time.
week.